All right. Let's check to see if it's working. It's been a minute. YouTube is receiving the data. Looks like it will be processing. And then we should be live if all's good. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite here, back at it again with another live stream and episode of the Elite Army podcast. It's been a minute since we did one of these, and it's been a minute since we've had kind of just consistent content on this channel. So I just wanted to use this as a time of, one, addressing things that have been going on in my life, two, some like structural changes or just kind of a plan moving forward, what I want to do with the YouTube and Twitch, and just kind of my life in general. I was going to have a guest on. I'm going to have guests on in the future. I thought this would be a good one just to kind of catch up with you guys. So if you do enjoy, feel free to smack the like button. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And yeah, let me just start off with two little things to shout out real quick. If you guys ever use Control Freak products or you're ever looking to use them, they're fantastic. Feel free to use discount code MumboElite for 10% off your product. Also, if you guys are in the Fortnite item shop and you guys happen to see a skin you absolutely love, feel free to use creator code MumboElite all together as well. Awesome. Helps me out. Appreciate you guys so much. Spartan, what's up, buddy? So the way this is going to work, since I don't have a guest, I have topics that I want to talk about. I have things I want to cover, and I have some ideas of videos I want to put into the Elite Army podcast, which I want to hear you guys' input because I think you guys could honestly enjoy. Let me know what you think. So we had a series called Motivational Monday, and I did it for a while, and it's a series that I've been thinking about bringing back, but I'm not sure necessarily how I want to do it, what topics, how consistent do I want to be with it. And I thought a good way of merging two categories could be doing the Elite Army podcast, and whoever the guests we have on is, or just myself, we have kind of like a lesson that we want people to get out of it, whether it's a story that happened in their life that they learned from, or a story that happened in my life that I learned from. So moving forward, I think that's going to be a good way to give a little bit of motivational advice and a little bit more structure to the podcast. But I am looking to get some more people on in the future. But now let's just kind of start with me real quick. So I've been busy with school. I'm a junior, digital marketing major, almost done. I got 1 year left after this. I believe only like a month left in the school year. It kind of actually flew by really quickly. I was surprised on how quick it went. But one of the biggest takeaways, I think, from this semester alone that I've been getting out of school is last semester I was still taking a lot of like the general education business classes compared to now this semester where I'm taking a lot of my major classes. So I have a lot of marketing, a lot of digital marketing, and something I've noticed in taking classes that are actually a part of your major and something you enjoy is, believe it or not, you actually have fun with school. So I have a lot of work and projects I've been doing that not only do I enjoy, but actually have an impact in my daily life outside of just the classroom. I can see it translate into YouTube streams. I can see it translate into Twitch streams, just social media in general. I can see it for my internship last summer. I could see it at a potential internship I could have this summer. Just school is a crazy, crazy place, right? If you're going for the right reasons, I think it's fantastic. If you're a business person, highly recommend you get a business degree. If you're trying to move up through the business world. For me, in the digital marketing asset of business, I'm more of like the e-commerce side, which I don't know if you guys have ever heard of e-commerce before, but basically it's like online selling through Amazon, Walmart, Target, all those different sites, basically where instead of having an in-person brick and mortar location, you have an online business. So that could be anything from selling from, let's say, Elite Army merch to selling for a company that I'm working for, and you can see kind of tracking analytics, what's working, is this product selling better than the other? If not, what can we do to make the product better? whether it is the product design, the way you sell the product, the way you market it, and just a lot of those assets I really do enjoy. Bloody, what's up, buddy? But yeah, I've been super busy with that. I'm looking to get another like digital marketing internship this summer, so I should be able to expand my knowledge on all that, and it should be a lot of fun if I'm able to land that. Now, another topic I want to talk about, if you guys want to talk about anything in chat, let me know in chat, dudes. But another thing was Twitch streaming. So for me, I've made a couple goals for me this month, and it's really not too crazy. It's just like a consistency goal. I have it written down. For the month of April, I want to stream on Twitch for 50 hours. I want to have 10 plus new followers, and I want to have a total of 1,000 additional live views, which means kind of 1,000 different people check out the channel, or it could be the same person if it's a different stream on a different day. But anyways, we're already 6 days in, and I think I'm a quarter of the way through with the hours. I'm like halfway through with the followers, and I'm a quarter of the way through with the views. So it's going well for me so far. We've been playing a lot of Fortnite. We've been playing FIFA too, which I absolutely love. I'm addicted to FIFA still. I know a majority of my audience came from Call of Duty, so Fortnite's an easier transition than FIFA, but we've gotten a majority of our new followers off of FIFA, which I don't understand that. Maybe it's just because the sheer amount of people streaming Fortnite, but we'll normally get more viewers, like average or max viewers or just total views through the stream playing Fortnite, but we barely get followers from it. So I don't know what's happening. Neck, what's up, man? But anyway, so we've been having a lot of fun with that. We added in song requests. I think it's like once we hit 10 bits in the stream, we start song requests for you guys. So we have an Elite Army coin system set up over there as well, where basically you watch the stream, you earn elite coins just like you would here, and then at the end of the month we do a giveaway for the person with the most elite coins. So it gets more people active in the community, it keeps them watching the stream, and also gives you something like the grind in the meantime. Blank, what's up, dude? But yeah, that's kind of how streaming's going for me. You guys seem to be enjoying it. If you guys have any other ideas for streams, let me know. Also too, if you're watching this after the fact or you're watching out on stream, I have two questions for you. I have one, what kind of content would you like to see on the YouTube channel? Whether that be live streams or just straight videos. What kind of content would you want to see? And then a little deeper one. This is a little bit more intellectual. If you can think at this level, let me know. Listen to what I'm saying throughout the course of this podcast. If you're listening through, listen to what I'm saying. Listen the way I go about certain information, the way I talk about certain things, what I'm passionate about, what I'm working towards, everything I talk about. From that, what do you think would be good content for me to make? Might not be something that maybe you would enjoy completely. Might not be something you'd watch at all. But from me talking, sharing my passions and stuff, what do you think would be good content to make for me personally? So those two questions for you. But since we got Blank here, I guess this is a good transition to talking to chat a little bit and talking about my next topic, which is working out. So I've been this year a little all over the place in terms of a workout plan. I guess to bring it back, I started lifting weights my senior year in high school, so little over 3 years now. And I used to be like this super skinny soccer defender who didn't have any strength whatsoever my freshman year of high school, and then slowly just like throughout the course of high school built up a little more muscle, but also like built on fat. And then I hit a point where I graduated and I just wanted to weightlift. I didn't have like any specific goals, which can be a dangerous thing in anything you do. But like with fitness, I would just go every day in the gym and I would just work on something. I didn't have like, I was going to do biceps today, I was going to do back today. But more importantly, I didn't have like any goal set for myself in terms of I want to look like this or I want to reach this weight, this percent body fat. So it was hard for me to not only one, be consistent, but two, kind of stay on track because I wasn't tracking calories. I wasn't trying to eat a certain way. I was just eating semi-healthy and working out semi-actively. And what ended up happening was my freshman year of college, I put on, I think, 20 or 25 pounds throughout the first semester, which sounds crazy, but like the amount of food I eat, I can put on weight quickly. And even drinking water, I can put on 10 pounds in a week just by drinking a crap ton of water, and depending on when I weigh myself. But I think it was second semester of my freshman year, I started realizing, oh crap, I can't just work out without a plan. I can't just eat whatever anymore, since I'm not playing soccer basically full time like I was during the summer. I need to have an actual plan. Otherwise, I'm going to be fat as crap and wake up one day and be like, how did I get here? So I kind of at that point said, you know what? I want to start losing weight. And I had a goal of getting, I think it was under 200 pounds. At one point, I think I got up to almost 250 pounds at my heaviest. And to be frank, I hated the way I looked, because for me, I can put on weight easier. And if I'm at a 250 pounds, if you looked at me, you might say, oh, that's a 215, 200. But for me, I hated seeing the scale say that. I didn't know how to go about it. Mega, what's up, buddy? So, Blank, my question for you, buddy, is what are you doing in the gym right now? Like, kind of what's your goal of fitness? And so for me, that freshman year of college, I just wanted to lose weight. And by losing weight, I wanted to eat healthier. And then I wanted to be able to see muscle growth on my body. So that meant I started tracking my macronutrients. So I would see how many calories I was eating a day. I would see how much protein I was having, fat, carbohydrates, all that stuff. And through that, I got a better understanding of why I was looking the way I was. One, I was eating way too many calories. Two, I wasn't burning enough calories. And three, I was having too much fats and carbohydrates. Fats and carbohydrates are great to a certain extent because you need every nutrient possible. But the way I was eating was not healthy. So kind of just getting on track and getting into a habit of eating the same things every single day, not having to think about it. And the same thing with the gym too. And I guess that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Just consistency. I think no matter what you do, whether it's fitness, whether it's school, whether it's gaming, streaming, your job, whatever it is you're doing, I think one of the most important things to do is be consistent. And what I mean by that is just constantly trying to find growth. I don't mean just blindly following a routine nonstop, because if you're being consistent and you're doing something that's not correct and you're not correcting yourself along the way, you're going to be in a worse position than you were originally in. And I think with streaming, that was something I struggled with for a long time last year with YouTube. I was at a point where I was playing Call of Duty World War II? Right? I think so, Call of Duty World War II. And one, I just wasn't enjoying the game. I felt like I was forced to play it because that's what my audience wanted to watch. But two, the audience, like the Call of Duty community didn't even want to play the game besides competitive. So it was like a lose-lose no matter what. But then three, I was trying to force myself to stream even though I didn't want to stream. And I was getting myself to a point where it's like, hey, I want to be consistent with this because consistent is what's going to build success. And that was an awful mindset to have. Eric, what's up, buddy? But yeah, so just real quick, since we got more people who came in here, the way we're doing this podcast, guys, I have some topics I'm going to talk about. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves in chat, you can. I'm looking at your comments too, and I'm reading them. But I also have kind of like a structure that I want to go throughout the podcast. Kind of like we normally have a guest. I would just be talking back and forth with a guest. I'm kind of doing that with myself. And then I'll go to chat if I have to ask you guys stuff. But hopefully you do enjoy it. And if you do, feel free to smack the like button. This will be a video after the fact. But no, so going into my sophomore year of college then, for me, I was trying to be consistent in streaming and playing World War II when I didn't want to be doing either of those things. So what that did was that consistency not only killed my motivation for doing YouTube altogether, but two, it came across as forced and people didn't like the content then. Remember when we did like Black Ops 3 chill streams like every single day my freshman year for like 5-6 hours on end? And we literally would just crush goal after goal. Like we'd hit 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers, 50 viewers in a stream at one time, 100 likes on a video, 200 likes on a video. We just hit insane numbers, but to me, none of that mattered because I was just enjoying it straight up. So everything else was a bonus added on. I didn't see that sort of success in World War II. I think the best World War II stream we had was literally the first one we did, and that was for like 12 hours. Ashley, how's it going? Remember me? Name sounds familiar. Holy cow, I can't speak. But no, so I think if you guys want advice from me, which I'm not saying I know everything, but when it comes to being consistent, you hear people say no days off, everyday grind, right? Be more vigilant and pay attention to what you're trying to achieve rather than the thing you're doing itself. If you're going to the gym every single day and you have no plan whatsoever, but your plan is, oh, hey, I'm just going to go to the gym every day. That's not going to get you to where you want to be if you want to hit a certain weight, right? You got to know, hey, I should be doing this cardio. I should be working on these muscle groups. You need to go in with an understanding of what you want to accomplish. Therefore, it'll make it easier for you to accomplish those goals. And you can see that in the workplace, school, anywhere. Be more vigilant of that. I think that's something that I'm doing a lot better job of this year personally with Twitch, is I have goals set up that are outside of numbers. I'm just more focused on enjoying it and helping you guys out, whether it's giving you guys advice, whether that's grinding certain elements of a game. And it just makes it a lot more fun. I think it comes off a lot more genuine on my end. Like, I know some of you guys, you hate FIFA. You hate FIFA. You would never play it. You would never buy it. But you chill in the FIFA streams and you still support it, which are awesome. You can do something every day and still be bad at it. But here's the thing, right? You can do something every day and still be bad at it. But is it something you want to improve? Right? Let's say, for example, what would be a good example to use? Let's say like math. Most people hate math, so I'm just going to use math as an example. If you're a math major, which I don't know who would be a math major when you're going to college if you hated math, but we're going to use this example. If you hate math and you're consistently doing math on a daily basis and you suck at it and you're bad and you don't want to do it, but it's something that you want to get better at, how are you going to go about that? Are you just going to hate it every single time and just not study it? Or are you going to put aside a plan and say, hey, I hate doing this, but I'm going to put an hour in every single day to get a better understanding of how to multiply or how to divide or decimals, whatever. I hate math, so this is a horrible example, but I'm going to keep going with it. But what you'll find out is anything you do, if you're not good at it, the more time you put in, you'll get a better understanding of how it works. And you'll realize once you have a better understanding of something, it's easier in terms of accomplishing whatever goal it is you have set. But where is I going with this? Two, you look back at it and it's like, dude, I fucking wasted so much time worrying about this when it wasn't even a problem. Most of the times, if you just put your head down and do it and grind and try to figure it out, it's not a problem. Like right now, I don't know if you guys can see this that well. I'm going to try to pull it up. I have every single week, so we're in week 11 of this semester. I have literally every single class and what I have to do for the class every single week, and then I have my stream goals at the bottom. Every single week for my 2 online classes, so I have Marketing 352 online, and I have a Management online class. For the Management, I have to, by Thursday during the week, I have to do a post and comment on 3 others' posts. And then by Sunday, I have to do a quiz and write an essay. Every single week, I tell myself, hey, I'm going to get the quiz and essay done with my posts. I'm going to be able to just chill for the weekend. But what I do every single weekend, I'm still doing it this weekend. You can see it's not filled out. I have everything that's due Sunday. I'm waiting to do it on Sunday. And it's not hard. I know what I'm doing, and I kind of enjoy it. I would rather play video games or stream or if I can hang out with people than do it, but for some reason I don't get it done until Sunday. But what will happen is for the rest of the weekend, I'll build it up into my head as something that's bigger than it is. I have no problem doing that, but for the rest of the weekend, I'll be like, crap, I still have to do that homework, dude. Let me just put it off a little more. What else can I do? And in reality, right, that can be something that's taken care of, and then you can focus on other stuff. But I have that held over my head for some reason. I bet some of you guys are the same way. Yeah, marketing 352 is a class number, and this is the class I tweeted about. I don't know if you guys saw a tweet, but so Marketing Online 352 is a social media marketing class where literally I have a fucking book right here. I don't know what page it's on, but they literally talk about memes. Like, it literally tells you what a meme is, as if we didn't already know what a fucking meme was. And you're paying hundreds of dollars for these books. Unless you go to our school, then it's included in tuition. You're not in the US, so you don't know? Yeah. So, like, all those classes, like, I'm in Marketing 351, 352. They just have different numbers assigned to them. Most of the time, if it's in the 300s, it's a further down the line class than it would be if it was like a 100 class. That'd be like a general education or the beginning of the chain of those classes. So like for Eric in chat, he switched around a lot. Like, Eric, what was your original major and what's your major now? You jumped around a little bit. Reed, how are we both so good at math and then end up being awful? Dude, so that was the thing. Dude, I would go to these Math 24 tournaments where, like, you'd have a card where you'd have to, like, multiply, add, or minus, subtract, whatever the numbers, and try to get 24. And I was a beast at it. Eric was a beast, too. And we would just win these competitions. We'd place top 5 amongst the state at all these competitions we'd go to with another friend we had. But then when it came to, like, actual math down the line, I hated it. I was always double advanced math, even through high school. Then I hit a point where I didn't enjoy it anymore. And we had, in my opinion, an awful math department, too. I feel like that's another reason why I didn't like it. But math is a joke. Well, maybe get smarter than true. True, you can always get smarter. Marketing was original. Now it's exercise science. Dude, remember, what was it? Isn't math nowadays where they have kids, it's like super young math, where they take like a simple problem, like something like 2 + 2 = 4, and they have it break it down into these super confusing steps. And then they have like these kids go home and show their parents it. And the parents just get super confused. Does anyone remember that sort of math? I saw like a Twitter video the other day with that. I'm like, you literally took a problem that's 1 step to solve and you made it 20 steps. I don't know how you'd get confused. Yeah, Nate Hoffman took that. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, he was marketing major. Now he's exercise science. I'm from the United Kingdom. I don't know any other cultures or anything like that. You uncultured swine. Oh, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, so kind of going off topic there. That was kind of part of, I don't know, advice. See, here's the thing, right? Most people, I feel like, this is just my opinion, a lot of people don't need advice. They need self-motivation. A lot of people know the advice that they need, and the only reason they need to hear it from someone else is to be able to motivate themselves, right? If you want to lose weight right now, you probably know what you have to do. Eat less, work out more. But you need to watch 200 videos on how to get 6-pack abs, how to drop 10 pounds in a week, how to starve yourself for weight loss until you actually do something, which don't starve yourself for weight loss. That's awful. Unless you do intermittent fasting like I do. That's a smart way to go about it. Let your body do the work for you. Eat in a 6-hour period, and the rest of the day, the 18 other hours, just let your body process that food. You can stop being a douche to Mega Eric. There's like a college level class that Nate took where you had to break down 2 + 2 and it breaks it all down. Dude, I need to talk to Nate some more. We're trying to get, I need to talk to him because we need to get a Minecraft server for the summer. So if any of you guys remember, we always do a Minecraft server during the summer. I have a couple friends from my high school, which Eric went to our high school too, so he knows it. Isaiah, what's up, buddy? Looking Hughes, what's the weight in? I'm sitting at a current, I think, 229. I'm trying to get to 225 in the next month, so I'm just kind of taking it slow. But no, what was I saying? Yeah, so we get a Minecraft server every summer, and we either have our friend buy one for like a couple months and have him run it, or he has a server he already uses, Or what we did last year was we just had our community find a server. So we found one that hosted like 50 people, I think. It had MCMMO, all the stuff you need to grind a server with like subscribers. And what I basically said to the dude is, hey, I'm a streamer. If you let us play on your site, you know, we'll promote your site for you. And if you guys want to play with us, you can. And what ended up happening was a couple of them would come out to the streams. But what the admins of the site would do was just give us free shit in game. So it went both ways. It was a lot of fun. Political, what's up, man? How you doing? Big man, and not at the moment, Eric. I'm jobless and trying to afford rent. Hey, good luck on the jobs search, Isaiah. But, okay, what was the next topic we were going to get into? Ooh, lifestyle changes. That was a good one. So, kind of going along with, like, motivation, weight loss, all that stuff. I'm going to use, like, examples from my life on just, like, changes that I've been making. And maybe you've gone through similar stuff. Maybe you haven't. I think this is still something that people need to hear. Everyone has points in their life where you just do something day in, day out. You feel like you're on the right track. And then you hit a point where you just like, you wake up one morning and you're like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like for me, every single day I'm going to school. I'm going to college. I'm trying to go towards a degree. And some days I'll just wake up and it's like, dude, what am I doing? Like sometimes it's, why am I half-assed trying in this class? Sometimes it's, why did I just not go to the gym for 4 days straight and eat like complete crap? Why am I just keeping myself in my room and not talking to people? Why am I not streaming? All these things where it's like, you realize you're at a point where you're just not happy. And it's not like a depression sort of thing. That's different. I really, in my life, have been blessed to not really be depressed. I think the closest I got to depression was last year. That's just because I had one of the first, like, instances where my family, close family, so my grandma almost passed away. Now, I'll talk about that a little later, too, with, like, a life lesson that I learned from that. But just that year in general is just shit. But this year, I hit a point where I was happy, but I wasn't content. And I think that's what changed my mindset on a lot of things. So it was from first semester taking a lot of gen ed business classes to now this semester where I'm taking a lot of marketing classes I actually enjoy. This is the first time I can say I actually enjoy doing schoolwork. So what that does is it motivates me to wake up every morning and go to class and try to learn as much as I can from it. And then in turn, have that help me get a job down the line. And hopefully this summer, another internship. I have later next week, I have an in-person interview with a company, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, anyways, I think it's super important. Just kind of keep yourself on check. Have a list of goals. Like for me, I have written down a bunch of goals I want to achieve. And just kind of analyze, you know, how are you doing? And maybe if you have people close to you who you can share this stuff with, who you know will keep you in line, I think that's a fantastic thing to have. Just surround yourself with people who not only want to see you succeed, but will help you succeed. I think that's, for a lot of people, they have people in their life who do one of those things, but not both. You have people who want to help you succeed, but they don't do anything to help you succeed in the sense. And if you can find people that can do both of those things, that's the best sort of friends or family to surround yourself with. And just going back into it more for me, just this year being involved in now 2 Christian organizations, and just now I have a solo dorm room. I'm never in my dorm room unless I'm streaming or playing a video game. I'll literally just be hanging out with friends all the time and just trying to meet new people. I think doing that and working out a lot has gotten me not to change my personality, but open up more, if that makes sense. Like, now I just talk to way more people on a daily basis, and I think doing that alone, once you go around campus and you see people and you can have a 5-minute conversation without even having to think about it, and you actually understand what people are going through in their life, and you can ask them how they're doing and help them if they're going through situations, what you'll realize is if you're going through problems and you can help other people with their problems, that will in turn make you feel better and help you with your shit as well. And just, I know a lot of you guys probably watching this right now, or maybe down the line, you're at a point where you're still in high school, you're playing video games, you're getting judged for it, you have the same group of friends you've always had, you're nervous about going to college, or you don't know if you want to go to college or what you want to do with your life. I think what you need to do is just take it step by step. What are you doing nowadays? What do you need to do to improve? What are your goals with that? And how can you, day by day, get closer to that goal? I think if you do that and worry more about the short term, if you can get short-term success every single day and complete goals every single day, those long-term goals aren't going to look as big as they once did. And that's one of the most, I feel like, important things you can do. Just slowly grind away that daily grind of whether it's working out, getting better grades in school, connecting with more people on your campus, or just meeting new people in general. You'll see that your life will get a lot better from where it's currently at. These podcasts are nice. I like watching these more often. Yeah. And we're going to have more people on. Isaiah's in here. I want to get him on a podcast one of these times. I want to get Isaiah. I know from in person. He's one of my good friends. Eric too, one of my best friends. But I also want to get some subscribers on. Some people who maybe I don't know that well, but have been around the community and can kind of talk. But like I said, this one's just kind of like a catch-up Elite Army podcast and just talking about some stuff. No really like specific thing we're doing for this one. We are at 8 likes though. If you guys are enjoying, feel free to smack the like button. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes right now. That'd be awesome. Pack a Puncher diss track. Dude, I remember that. The lols. What if someone has unrealistic goals like being perfect? Hold on. I think you had a couple comments here. I'm not talking about myself, but I want to know what you think about this. What if someone has unrealistic goals like being perfect? I think perfection, you just got to throw out the window because you can't be perfect. But if you look at perfection as constantly trying to improve to get better at something, I think you can take that idea. But no matter what you do, you don't want to strive for perfection because perfection's not possible. We're flawless creatures, human beings. We're never going to be perfect. And I think if whatever the goal you have set or something you're working on, if you just every single day or however long you work on it, just slowly try to get better at it. And from what I've had in my life, no matter what the subject is, a lot of that times when you're getting better at something, it's because you're failing. So if you're failing at something, let's say you flunk a test, right? You can use that as an opportunity to get down on yourself, get depressed, and be like, oh, I suck at this. I want to stop. I want to quit. Or you can realize, hey, I failed this. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I wasn't prepared. What can I do to better learn this material, and what can I do moving forward to make sure this doesn't happen again? And I had that with accounting. I don't know if I told the story, but so I'm at the point where I think I take 15 credits a semester, and that's all I needed to graduate in 4 years. So I fell a little bit behind last year, freshman semester. I was in an accounting class, which I am not a fan of accounting. I absolutely hate accounting, but I was in a class where this guy would lecture to me, and I was in with like 200 other students, and I wasn't understanding anything. None of the stuff he was talking about made sense, but I never went out of my way to try to learn it, and I didn't practice it or study it more than I had to. So when it came to taking the test, I would know like the formulas, I would know basic information, but once I got asked questions on the test that were a little above that, and I had to use information in a way where it would better my understanding, I was clueless, and I ended up getting a 50% on my first accounting test, which for me, that scared the shit out of me. One, that was the only test I think so far that I've really failed in college or ever. But two, that put me at a point where I didn't have many points in that class besides tests, to where I literally was setting myself up for failure. I had literally an F, like 60% I think is the highest F you can have. I was at a 50%, and the next tests were going to be on that same information but added more. So I didn't know what I was doing, and what I ended up deciding to do was drop in the class. So after a certain amount of time, you can drop classes in college without it affecting your transcript. So luckily I was able to drop it, but my plan then moving forward was, okay, if I want to get a business degree, I have to take 2 accounting classes. I have to do this one again. I have to do another one after it. So I can't just run from this. This is something I can't say I suck at. Screw it. I'm changing my major. If I really want a marketing major, I got to go through this, and I got to just be willing to grind it out even though I hate it. And that's what ended up happening was I got a teacher who was luckily in a small classroom with only like 20, 25 students. So I was able to be involved in the class, ask questions if I was confused. And I just used that time to get a better understanding of accounting and really just focusing on practice until I understood what I was doing. And actually, it was funny. I got an A on my first test in that class. And remember how I just said I couldn't change my major because I wanted to do marketing? I literally, after taking that first test in accounting, there was a week where I wanted to become an accounting major because I'm like, yeah, screw that. I got this down now. I'm so good at this. And I was just so confident because I was actually practicing and trying to get better at it. But then I realized, yeah, no, I still hate accounting, so I'm not going to do this, and I'm not good at it. So I did decently well in both those classes, got through them. Now I just have a finance class I have to get through, and then I think I'm done with math-esque stuff in college in general. But you'll see a lot of things in your life, guys, whether it's a class or just other aspects. You can't just quit stuff. It's going to come back to you at some point. If you're running from something, it's going to come back down the line. So I would rather have you guys fight it head on than just run from it. Obviously, there's some scenarios where the best thing to do is walk away. But if you do walk away, what's the lesson you learn from it? I think that's an important thing to have. All right. I only have a couple topics left. I don't know how long I've been streaming. It says it's been like 36 minutes or so. I want to see if we can get this to go towards an hour. I do have some topics that could take up more time. And now would be a time in chat too. If you guys are watching and you have any other questions or something you'd want to talk about, let me know. Love to hear your guys' feedback and topics to talk about. But right now I think we can turn it to more of a gaming thing. For me, two things I've been enjoying in gaming right now, non-Call of Duty related, because Call of Duty has just been pissing me off. I think Black Ops 4 as a whole, I'll get into my Black Ops 4 rant, and then I'll talk about the things I like about gaming, just because I want to end gaming on a positive note. But for Black Ops 4, before it came out, I was so hyped for it, because 3 of my favorite Call of Duties of all time were Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3, right? Black Ops 1 was the first Call of Duty I owned on the PS3, and I got it on Christmas Eve, and I literally stayed up all night playing it into Christmas Day, and then I slept in the car all the way to my grandparents' house. I played the crap out of that game. I prestiged as many times as I could. Any free second I had, I played. And that was also the time, too, where I started watching YouTube in terms of, like, Call of Duty content creators. So, Woody's Gamertag, Wings of Redemption, people like that. I just really got involved in the Call of Duty community, and it was awesome. I'd like to know more about intermittent fasting. Okay, Nick, I'll talk about that after gaming, buddy. So if you're still here, man, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But so for me, I'm driving right now, but I'll still be here tuning in. All right, Eric, sounds good. Yeah, but so for me, I had super high expectations for Black Ops 4. And I think doing that, I set it up for success. Because like looking at it now from an outside perspective of I love Call of Duty, and I look at Black Ops 4, I don't think Black Ops 4 is that bad of a game. I just don't like the way the developers and the game went about what it became as of right now. What I mean by that is I think they put so much emphasis on trying to be like Fortnite in the sense of buying stuff rather than just straight grinding for stuff, and that pisses me off. And they do give you the season pass or whatever they call it, where you have the 100+ tiers or whatever, where if you play enough, if you grind the game, you can get every weapon or every sort of thing they have available in that, and then any bonus stuff you can get in supply crates after the fact. I have no problem with that, right? If someone wants to buy a weapon, because we were just talking about this with I think it was the weapon supply drop thing, the $30 thing? I don't know what it's called, but it's basically you get, a melee weapon and some skins or something for $30. If someone wants to buy that, all power to them, dude, right? Get their money. They deserve to lose their money if they're going to buy that. But what I didn't like was they didn't give you an option to grind for it. Oh, it was triple play bribe. That's what it was called. Because remember in Black Ops 3 when they introduced the triple play bribe, and they had one that you could buy with COD points at a certain point, but then they had the one where you had to, I think, get 100 wins. So literally the whole Call of Duty community would just grind, try to get 100 wins. So free-for-all would be crazy, hardcore TDM would be crazy, regular TDM would be crazy, SND would be crazy. And I would just be playing with subscribers, and we'd grind these wins. It was good content in terms of making for streams where I could play with you guys and help you guys get these wins. But then, after the fact, make videos on what we were opening up. And I love the odds, because I could spend $100 on COD points, not get anything I wanted, which I ended up doing at one point. I spent $100 on COD points, didn't get shit when there's only one weapon out in the game, the MP40. But I ended up opening, after I ended a stream one day, one common supply drop, and I got one of the best weapons in the game, the XMC. So I like that idea of having to grind a game and getting rewarded through just plain grinding. But in general, regardless of the format Black Ops 4 has set up, I'm just not enjoying the multiplayer enough to want to keep playing it. I think specialists are done for me. I don't like them. And the competitive aspect, I get it. But I'd rather just see straight, like, gun-on-gun action. The person with the most skill wins. Which they do have a game mode. I don't know if it's still in it, where they made it so there's no specialists. And I checked it out. I played it for a little bit. But I'm to the point where I don't know if I'm sick of Call of Duty or just the current state of games. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I used to, which I'm fine with. There's other games out there that I've been enjoying, like Fortnite. Fortnite, even though all the pros are super pissed at what they're going, the direction competitive is going right now, I really like the arena game mode thing they have set up. Right now, I think I'm competitor Division 4 or something. So I'm a couple away from the Champions League, which is the highest division you can be in. So I'm going to continue to grind at that. And then I think I have a chance to get accepted into some invitational tournament. So I'm doing decent, I think. But that's been fun to play. FIFA for me, FIFA is just that chill, relaxed grind game. When it comes to trading, it's just something I like doing, understanding the market, highs and lows of players, and when to make money, when to save your coins for other things. I like that whole aspect. Just like Call of Duty, I don't think the gameplay is that great this year. It's super slow. You don't pass the ball where your players want it to go. They need to work on the servers in that sense, but it's still fun to play. Getting Aguero in my first ever gold pack was such an unfortunate thing to happen. I wasted so much money after that. Yeah, dude. I got Aguero in a free pack this year, and it made me think of that when you got Aguero in that first pack. What defines perfect, my guy? Mega, I don't know if you're still here, bud, but nobody's perfect. I said that before. You can't define perfection. If you're going from a religious sense, you could say God's perfection. But, yeah, those are the games I was playing. Neck, are you still here, bud? Let me know if you're still here, man. We can talk about the intermittent fasting thing, what I've found from it to be useful. I have a question, not as a Call of Duty fan, but as a Zombies fan. What is your viewpoint on Black Ops 4 Zombies? That's a good point. I played Black Ops 4 Zombies when it first came out. I was debating whether I was going to play Blackout more, Zombies, or multiplayer, since I, going into it, wanted to grind every aspect. I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to where I liked Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 Zombies. Also, something that drew away from Zombies for me was from a content creation standpoint. It seems like the whole Zombies community left for Fortnite. so their viewership wasn't there either, which, you know, you should do stuff because you enjoy it, but my philosophy, if you enjoy doing something and you can get viewership from it, I think that's great. And like you saw in Black Ops 3 Zombies, I really enjoyed playing Revelation, going for like around 100 plus, and we ended up, what was it? We got 170 or something round, and we were almost top 100 in the world on PS4 for Revelations, and we got a lot of viewership from those streams. A lot of people would watch it. Those were actually some of my most successful streams ever, were through Zombies, and just for me, I didn't see the grinding aspect of it, so I didn't pursue it, right? I saw the opportunity of, one, I could grow my YouTube channel in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and two, I could get better at this map that I enjoy, which in turn would make me a better Zombies player, and I could be one of the best in the world. That got me to keep playing it, but now it's like, hey, I'm not a good Zombies player this Call of Duty. I don't see an audience really here for it, and I'm not really on YouTube where it would be successful if there was going to be Zombies content. So it just kind of across the board just didn't check out for me, but I did enjoy it. I will go back and play it eventually, but yeah, I hope that answered it. Toxic, what's up, buddy? Is intermittent fasting the same thing as fasting in Ramadan? I mean, in terms of fasting, in the fasting sense, yes, but no. So what intermittent fasting is, and I don't know the exact science back behind it. I do it for different reasons, but why I'm doing intermittent fasting, let me break it down. So what I mean by intermittent fasting was, when I started, it was just, hey, I wanted to limit the question. I wanted to limit the time period where I ate food. One, because when I eat meals, I eat a lot of food for meals. So if I ate 3-4 meals a day, I would eat every single meal like it was my only meal of the day, and I would eat way too many calories. Yeah, intermittent fasting isn't religious. Yeah. For the workout gains, it's a religion. It's one of the religions in the workout trends. But no, so for me, the way I would break it up was, hey, I want to eat less meals a day. Therefore, I'm able to eat as much as I want without having to worry about how much I'm actually eating. So what I did was I just started it off. I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat for a 12-hour period, and then I'm going to have a 12-hour period where I don't consume a single calorie. So the way I would do that was from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. was my eating period. So if I want to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, I could. I just had to stay under my calories for the day. But then from 8 p.m. onward, I couldn't have a single calorie. And basically, my viewpoint of that was I was giving my body enough time to kind of break down the food in my system. And then if I'm working out and doing other things past that, my body is then using the fat for fuel and burning that fat off without having just constant food coming in, constant fat coming in where it would continue to grow. But for me, I just over time made a little more. Now it's actually the OMAD diet that I'm on, 1 meal a day. That's basically what it is. I'll literally only eat 1 meal a day. I'll wake up at like 8, 9 a.m. and I won't eat till probably 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And that's just because I'm, one, not hungry since I trained my body. I'm not hungry till like the afternoon anyways. And then I have an afternoon class. So if I'm drinking water, that keeps me satisfied until dinner. And then what I'll do at dinner is I'll just eat all my calories in there, which for me, I'm trying to lose weight. And it's the easiest way to do it possible. Because one, I will be at such a negative calorie count because I'll get a workout in and I'll go a full day of not eating. Then I'll get to a point where I'm hungry for dinner. I'll get my amount of protein I need, the amount of carbohydrates I need, and the amount of fats I need within a calorie restriction, and it'll just be a huge meal. So I'll eat a bunch of chicken, I'll eat a bunch of rice, just looking at the macros of that, and then I'm full. I'm literally full from that meal, and then I'm not needing to eat food after that. And it doesn't happen every day. Some days I have 2 meals, some days I'll go out late night with friends and eat, but for a majority, that's kind of what I've been doing for the past couple months. Eric, I'm asking because I'm not an English native speaker. I'm Muslim. Yeah. So it's intermittent fasting is not a religious thing, but the act of fasting, fasting in Ramadan is for a religious purpose. I'm just fasting because, one, I want to eat more in a single meal than I would spread out throughout the day. And two, I think it's beneficial for me. It's helped. I have been working out a lot more than I did last year, so that's also another reason why I feel like I'm in better shape, but you can't specifically say it's for intermittent fasting why I'm seeing results. But if you look around and you look up intermittent fasting, you see a lot more people are doing it. So to a certain extent, I do think it works. Scientifically, do I have the backup and the knowledge to like tell you this is why it's working? No, but I think if you try it out, it's not going to hurt you. Fasting Ramadan is around 16 hours without food or water. And see, that's the difference. I drink a lot of water. I stay hydrated throughout the day. And a lot of times in the past, when I was putting on weight, I wasn't drinking enough water. So whenever I was thirsty, my body would say, hey, I think I'm hungry. So I would eat a lot of food and then drink water with that. I'd be like, oh, now I'm full now. But then for me, now it's like I'll just drink a gallon of water during the day and not be hungry until the evening. Check Snap. No. Fucking savage, Eric. Yo, Eric, what are you doing today, bud? Are you going to get fucking more shoes or some shit? But no. Besides that, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? This is kind of going to be a shorter, I don't even know if it's shorter Elite Army podcast. We're about at an hour now. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Any last closing remarks, guys? Otherwise, I think I'm going to end it here. Appreciate you guys coming out. If you did enjoy, feel free to smack the like button. Like I said, I'm going to have more Elite Army podcasts soon. Some IRL friends are going to be on. Some online friends are going to be on. We're going to get a bunch of different people on. I'm going to try to also, too, people who literally aren't involved in the community at all. Like some people at my campus, I want to see if they would get on and do a podcast with me, just to get different perspectives on things and meet new people too and introduce you guys to them. Would be awesome. But yeah, so going forward, I'm going to try to be a lot more open with this podcast. And I think too, the reason why I like live streaming on YouTube for this reason is a lot of you guys wouldn't necessarily listen to a podcast if I just made it a video. You like having at least a little bit of interaction and watching it live. So I think this is something, if we were going to be consistent with, it's not super hard in the sense of, hey, I can hop in a Discord call with someone and we can talk for an hour, rather than having to edit together a full video of me playing Fortnite or me playing a game that I don't want to play. So in terms of YouTube content, this is something I want to be more consistent with. But moving forward too, like I said, like having that Motivational Monday series, if we can add that to the part of this, that'd be great. Not even sure if we're going to the bars actually, but drinking. Oh, nice. You're going out with Castillo. I didn't. Oh, yeah. He just turned 21, didn't he? Yeah. But yeah, no. I guess if we had to end on motivation, since we already did a lot of motivation throughout here. But dudes, whatever goal you're working on, I'm gonna say it again. You know, day in, day out, if you're grinding, that's great. But grind with a purpose. Don't just grind to grind, right? Have a game plan. What are you doing on a daily basis or however often you're doing it? What's the reason behind it? If you're going to the gym and you're working out for an hour, what are the exercises you're doing when you're there? Why are you doing them? What benefit do you get from that? How are you feeling yourself outside of the gym with food? How is that going to help you get to whether your physique you're working on or your weight you're working on? Have information and have a plan so that you can understand and say, hey, this part of my plan isn't working. I'm going to change it up and see if this works, but you can continue to grind. All right? Grind harder than everybody or you won't succeed, dude. Be the fucking, whatever you're doing, be the hardest working one in the room, right? If you're streaming like me and you're in a room by yourself, you beat the system, dude. You're the hardest working in the room automatically. But if you're in the gym, you know, you got those dudes on fucking steroids sniffing salts right in front of you and they're working out for 7 hours a day, lifting 2 million pounds, dude, top them. Change your major to working out. Drop whatever classes you're in and just be in the gym all day. But no, it's been your boy MumboElite. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. I will see you guys later on probably Twitch tonight. I'm not sure. I'm going to a movie tonight, but I'm going to get homework done right now. So I don't know necessarily when I'm going to see you, but for at least YouTube content, I'll see you guys later. Peace.